Well, it's a sense of deja vu as we return after a busy January period at Rhyl, surprisingly busy and in some areas frustrating, for a Conference League playoff round match against guess who? Shakhtar Donetsk, the same team that we finished the league phase against. We've got a two-legged tie with a chance to continue making history at this club, but it's already been a bonus European run. Things are looking good domestically. The season generally is going really well. So let's have a look at a couple of additions to the squad and play our biggest European fixture of this save so far. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 73 of this FM26 Build a Nation story, a Rhyl rebuild with me, Daniel. We are back today for a two-legged tie against Shakhtar Donetsk. If we lose the first one heavily at home, then we'll focus on the league instead. But I think we're going to be focusing on both legs of this wonderful European tie. The last 32, the playoff round of the Conference League, which to be fair is far beyond what we expected to achieve this year. In our first ever league phase campaign, to sneak through against Shaktar late on and reach this level is something pretty remarkable. For now though, if you're looking forward to this one, please do chuck a thumbs up on it, because before we go and get through to this fixture, we've got to have a look at a long domestic run, the return of a bogey side, and a bit of transfer news that is both positive and negative. If we have a look at the transfer history this year, the first news, the most important and the most disappointing, is this. Kai Owen recalled by Shrewsbury to feature in their first team. He's made 5 appearances since he's back. We did try and loan him again on deadline day. They accepted the offer, but he refused the deal this time. So disappointing on many fronts. 1, he was one of our under-19 players in the squad for the league. 2, he made a massive impact in Europe. And 3, he's got a potential ceiling and a personality. I could have seen him being one of the stars of this save, being here for 10, 15 years till the end. But unfortunately, doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Though if we do well again this year, we will try again in the summer. He's got a release clause of 850 grand. If he's willing to accept a deal with us, he will be the first big money permanent purchase of this save. I can assure you of that. But for now, we are without Kai Owen, which has meant we've needed to get under 19s in and a few other players too. But before that, we've made some money. We have sold Harrison Minturn on a free. He's gone off the wage bill. He dropped to 5th or 6th choice centre-half. We've also bought someone else in January that you've probably recognised the name of already. He was just falling away. He wasn't quite good enough, not quick enough. And despite being a really good performer for us for a number of years, he was nowhere near the level now. So we say a thank you, a well done, and enjoy the rest of your career to Harrison Minturn. We also signed the first player that we signed with our recruitment policy that we've talked about in a couple of our end of season reviews. Michael Jones came in with Richard Hawkshaw a couple of years back. He has now left to Swansea's under 21s, £4,000 up front. He'd had a couple of loan spells away, but £4,000 into the bank, a 30% sell-on clause. I don't think he's going to make it by any stretch, but they're the sort of deals that for these players that we're bringing in as youngsters, don't forget he was on amateur terms for the first, 6-8 months. We then got him on a deal, loaned him out a couple of times, and I made a few grand for him. So really happy with that so far. I think that's a really good deal for the club. We've also loaned out young Thomas Niederkoffler. We're trying to work on that personality. It wasn't improving much at the club, so we've loaned him out to Flint Town where he can play football and hopefully improve. He's obviously not going to make it here now, but it would be nice if he could make it in Welsh football. And then one of those other young players that we bought in, Sean Williams, has gone out on loan to Chester. He's had a couple of bad injuries the last 6 months, fallen down the pecking order with the likes of Owen being in, with Shea Pitter coming in as well, Mainwaring staying the next year. So I'm hoping it'll just get 15, 20 games under his belt. He's been playing regularly for Wales under 19s until he reached that age. So hopefully he moves on and progresses. That's what we want. In terms of the ins though, there are 2 additions. The first of them is a name you'll recognise from last January, Jaden Dixon. He's coming on loan from Peterborough, having rejected joining us permanently for them. And he's going to have to play with a little knock today because we've got a bit of an injury crisis at right back. But you know him very well. Natural fitness is the weakness. Ability, height, everything else is a strength. His personality, his defensive attributes, he's got the lot. So he comes in to compete with Vidic at right back. Unfortunately, they then both got injured straight away, which left us still with Jake Turner. But he will feature in this match regardless, and we'll hope that he can get through 90 minutes. The other one that's come in is basically a replacement under 19 for the squad. We needed someone who we could get on that bench of some quality. And Dapo Yoro has come in on loan from Shamrock Rovers. He is a 3-star ability holding mid and centre midfielder. He's made a couple of sub appearances, played well in a cup game. Model citizen personality, brilliant physically, good defensively. And he will start in this Conference League playoff match because I feel he can offer something from that defensive and box-to-box midfield role. On the pitch though, thankfully, it's not had too many negative implications. If we have a look at the fixture schedule, you were with me last for that crazy draw against Shakhtar. We've had a big run since. We have dropped points domestically a couple of times. We've brought back the old bogey side Mould Alex, but we've progressed in the cup. We're doing well in the league, and TNS, crucially, are still slipping up as much as us. So we backed up that Shakhtar draw with a 3-1 win at Afan Lido. Patterson with a brace and Kai Owen popping up with a goal there. 2-0 at home to Coimbe with Biancheri and Mainwaring before a 4-0 victory against Pennybont thanks to Mainwaring, Meza and Biancheri again. As you can see there, we weren't too bad because Afan Lido was an easier match and then all the others were spread out sort of 5 days apart. And that improvement to the fixture schedule has really helped. Same again in January. The only one we really struggled is when there was only a 3-day gap because after that Pennybont match, we lost 1-0 at home to Mould Alex with a little bit of a rotated side. We were the better team, but unfortunately, we conceded a rare chance, didn't take our own. One of those days when none of the strikers were in form. Unfortunate, but one of those things. We bounced back 6 days later against Carnarvon. The first team got the job done. Meza and Patterson both scored in that one. Harrison Chamberlain produced a few big stops. Then we rotated everyone for the Wednesday match against Cambrian United, and it didn't really matter. Biancheri started through the middle and got a hat-trick. Kai Owen, in what ended up being his final start, scored a goal. Patterson and an own goal made it really comfortable. But we did still drop points against Cardiff Met Uni. A good side, away from home, we've always struggled against them. Biancheri missed a penalty, then missed the rebound from it too. But Patterson came off the bench for him and saved the day, despite Reggie Connor picking up a knock. Against Barlowtown, we bounced back to winning ways with a 2-0 victory. Mason on penalty duties this time. Mainwaring got the second goal early in the second half. Before a 3-0 win in a cup for the rotated team against Flint Town. Jameis Mason got the first half goal again, and then we brought on Richard Hawkshaw and Jerome Richards, who both got a goal to end January in style. And then last time out, it was far from convincing against Airbus, but Shea Pitter, and we talk about how many different match winners we've got now. Luka Vidic scored the first, and then Shea Pitter in the 89th minute with a huge moment as we just threw the kitchen sink at them. And it was another one of those moments that you just think, that's the performance of champions. The good news is for us that TNS have been slipping up as well. So if I show you the league table for now, we have got an 8-point lead still because TNS have dropped more points as well. We've now lost 2 and drawn 1, but with 8 games to go, barring a real slip up after the league split or further progress in Europe, I think we're going to pretty comfortably do the job now, albeit TNS are doing well as well. Been very quiet in terms of transfers this year, which is a concern, but they are still improving off the pitch. Their facilities are now up to good, adequate and above average. So definitely investment going behind the scenes at TNS, but are we going to see the benefits of that quickly enough, or will it come 3, 4, 5 years later? I don't know. Let's go and review the team selection as we face Shakhtar in the last 32 of the Conference League. To reach the playoff round is a dream, and we're going to enjoy this night. As I mentioned, Jaden Dixon has got to play with a knock, but we've got Jake Turner and Steve Rowlands both on the bench. Ajala has come back in, under 19 on the bench for the league, as is Yoro. They're both going to start in this one. And I've opted for Patterson up front, who at the moment is the informed striker of the two, despite Biancheri's run of hat-tricks and goals over Christmas. So this is the 11 in full. We've got Harrison Chamberlain in goal, no surprises there. Dixon and Jones the fullbacks with Denham and Ajala as centre-half. Yoro and Williamson, the midfield two. Mainwaring and Mason, the wide men. Meza behind Patterson up front. But overall, we're in a pretty good position. I'm just really missing Kai Owen. He would have started, but otherwise, it's as good as we can possibly be. Well, here is the Shakhtar team. And weirdly this time, when we played them in the league phase, they only had about 5 subs. Here, they've got a full bench. They've got loads of quality players in. The 11's pretty similar, to be fair to them. But there's a huge amount of change on the bench, a lot of depth, a lot of quality, and a lot of younger players too. So let's see how they go. They've made lots of changes from their league match. We know the quality and the European pedigree they've got as a side. But let's see if they can produce it tonight. We're playing in Wales. We're playing at Wrexham. It's said we're expecting about 5,000 in, which I think would be a record crowd for us in any sort of fixture where we're the home team. But early doors, Shakhtar are playing from the kickoff. I don't know if we can go positive yet. I'm finding it really hard to adapt because we've been torn apart a couple of times when we've done it recently. Airbus gave us some real problems. If Shakhtar start to dominate again, it will go positive. In a two-legged tie, it's about staying in it. Can we get a draw at home, even for the coefficient? Those little things can make a big difference too. But Shakhtar are a quality team and they're on the front foot early. Bondar, who scored that late own goal last time to send us into jubilation, gives it away though. And on the left-hand side, we win it back. Jones and Mason looking to break away. Mezza's in support down the line. And this is why we play deeper. We can counter as Ahmad Mezza gets in. We're leading Shakhtar Donetsk. Something miraculous is happening. It's his 7th goal in 11 matches. And now he's on professional terms. Now he's training full-time. Look at this breakaway. Shakhtar committed so many forwards. And we were left with a 4-on-3 going against them. Mainwaring couldn't get up in time. Patterson wasn't needed. And we played on the counter to get a goal. 1-0 to Rhyl 1879. That's a remarkable moment. What a day. Ahmad Mezza scores. But we're going straight from the kickoff. And we've seen this tale before, haven't we? Happen against Riga. Happen against Shakhtar. Will it happen again now? Pedro Enrique out to the left-hand side. Please don't do it to me again. I'm almost getting to the point in this Conference League where I can't celebrate goals. We can defend solidly for an hour, but if we score, we are guaranteed to concede from the kickoff. It's happened literally every time in the last 2 episodes. Don't happen to me again now. Into the box, deflects over. Good defending, Ajala. Got himself in the way. Romdane with the chance to cross it. What will he find? Into the front post. Free header, and there it is. It's every single time. I'm begging in the comments. I know a lot of you saying, oh, it just happens. You don't notice when it doesn't. It's literally happened every game in Europe in the last 3 episodes. There's got to be something to it, that we're solid at the back throughout. And then as soon as we score, we concede literally from the kickoff. We've tried time wasting. We've tried staying the same. We've tried being aggressive. And none of them make any difference. It's a shame. I mean, it doesn't really matter the result tonight. But it is a shame regardless, as Mason goes to Williamson. Mezza's in again. We might score from the kickoff now. He's done it again. What's going on? 2 minutes, 3 goals. We've scored. Shakhtar score from the kickoff. And now we score from the kickoff. Ahmad Mezza is having the game of his life. There is something in it, that number 10 role in Europe. Oh, we're going from the kickoff again. Oh my God. It's going to happen. There is something in that number 10 role in European games, though. Even back to when Mikey O'Neill was playing in those first qualifiers. It was happening then too. Even the way the highlight ends, when you press skip on the replay, it goes back and shows the rest of the goalkeeper looking forlorn towards his goal. It doesn't end properly, and we're going straight from the kickoff again. We can't have 4 goals from kickoffs consecutively. It can't happen. I'm telling myself, but I think we all know what's coming now, don't we? Is FM going to be that predictable? Out to the left-hand side. Mitrovic in behind. Romdane. Support down the left from Mitrovic. It's going into the box. He's cut it back. Finds Romdane. Mitrovic in again. Away by Williamson. Flag goes up. Finally, we've had a kick-off without a goal. Rhyl on the counter-attack. 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. Ahmad Mezza is having a game of his life. And with 20% possession, we are shocking the odds. If we can win even one of these 2 ties, what an outcome it would be. We're just over 5 minutes to the break as the goalkeeper throws out for Shakhtar, who are on the prowl again. They've dominated the ball and the chances, but on the counter, we have torn them apart, as on the left-hand side, they've got Mitrovic, cover star of the last episode. Which Shakhtar player will be on today's? As he comes out to Romdane, edge of the box, in towards the centre forward. Good one too. Is that offside? Mohamed poached to head in. It looked tight. The flag went up, which makes me hope that this won't be awarded. Please stick with the original decision that the referee or the assistant have got it right. The goal is disallowed. We stay 2-1 up. For the longer we can do that, the better. As I say, it gets us closer to nicking something on the night. And that would be absolutely magnificent. So here's the Romdane ball. The shot comes in. Yeah, oh, he's very close, but he's just off. I think it was more just because Ajala didn't react rather than a good offside line, but we'll take it. As on the right-hand side, Shakhtar coming forward again. We're camped behind the ball. And we're just trying to find the time to nick the ball and counter. Because we've got those 4 up there if we do. And that's the benefit of this tactic. There's always 4 players who can get in support. As Mitrovic down the line to Romdane. Getting done on that right-hand side. Mitrovic in again. Cross the box is blocked by Ajala. Thank God he's 6'7", because he just blocks everything with his octopus legs. And at half-time, despite being outplayed, I think we're going to be 2-1 up. Rhyl 2, Shakhtar 1. Ahmad Meza with a brace. What a player. He's improving all the time at the age of 20. We're going to address the team. We're going to say we're pleased. Just keep doing well, lads. Into the second half we go. Let's hope we can keep it up. We're just 5 minutes gone in the second half and we're back attacking down the right-hand side. Space to go into for Mainwaring and Dixon plays the 1-2. Physically still looking all right so far as Mason's in at the back post and probably should have scored. Either side of the keeper, that header's in. I mean, this is a remarkable game. We've been second best. We've had less than a quarter of the ball. It's almost got that Celtic Barcelona vibes from years gone by, hasn't it? Where it's just ruthless on the counter. But still, I'm not going to start to believe because, let's be honest, we've seen what's happened late in these ties pretty much exclusively. Even back to our first ever European tie against Drita, that 4-5. We know that there's going to be late chaos in these matches, so let's not get excited yet. As Shakhtar working behind, they're still creating chances. As Mohamed with a shot, what a save, Chamberlain. Tips it onto the post, it then comes back across goal. And somehow out for a corner at the other side. Almost defied the laws of physics. But with an hour gone, it's still 2-1. I am worried about Dixon, but I'd rather play Jake Turner in the league game and just accept it. Mainwaring's having a tough one. He might be the first candidate to come off. Patterson up front, a little bit tough for him as well. As we're working at the back. I haven't got Jerome Richards in the European squad anymore. Pitta has replaced him. But we have still got someone who can go on the right though. Hang on a minute. Romdane in. Good ball across. And there is the equaliser. While we're busy planning subs, they're busy scoring. Let's make a couple of changes now. Yoro is going to go off for Sean Richards. Patterson is going to go off for Biancheri. And then Mainwaring will come off for Pitta on the right. It leaves us with a couple. I've probably got to save one in case Dixon doesn't make it. And then maybe one more. On the left, we could take Mason off. We could bring on a Reggie Connor. But I don't really want to change Meza's role the way he's been playing. I think we just try and hold it out for as long as possible. It's been a remarkable effort to get through in Europe in the league phase in itself. To get there to start with, given how we started in qualifying. We almost went out to the Dinamo Brest, didn't we, in a second qualifying round. And now here we are as Enrique at the back. This is still the problem. It's our first year as a professional side. And in the second half of games, just running out of steam a little bit. And they've got better players off the bench as Romdane again into the box. It should be 3-2. But it's another brilliant save from Dixon. You can see Williamson's really struggling there in midfield. I think we're going to get Zach Brennan on for him. Just going to see out this first. Corner kicks coming in. To the front post, headed away. Can we clear it? Biancheri does. Are we on the counter now? Shea Pitta down the left-hand side. Hang on a minute. Can we make something of it? Pitta's got support in his right-hand side. What a run this is. Shea Pitta the sub into the box. Across it he goes. Oh my word, that's sensational. How on earth have we scored from that? Our own corner defensively. Chamberlain makes a world-class save. We head the corner away. I mean, what a goal this is. Headed away by Ajala. Meza flicks it on first time to Biancheri. He goes up to Pitta, who we got in the European squad after Christmas. And look at this. He runs down the left. He beats one. Another comes towards him. He's too quick for him. Beats the third man. Then beats the first man again. Gets to the byline. Whips it across for the sub. And Biancheri is there to tap it in as the keeper misses it. We're now 3-2 up and it's chaos again. Williamson will come off for Zach Brennan. There is just over 15 minutes to go. And I know we might not win still. But if we could get something out of this game, it would be remarkable. Mason will be the final sub, I think. I'm going to take him off for Ahmad Meza, who's also tired, but we've got to protect one of them. Meza can just have a break at the weekend. The only option really is Reggie Connor, who scored his fair share of big European goals as well. What a night this has been. We've tactically got it right. And I know we'll probably concede a late goal. It's been the case every time. We might even let in two. But it has been a special night. Just to watch us compete with these sides this season has been something else. Dixon on the right is struggling now. It's into the box towards Ajala. Headed away as far as Biancheri. Could we break again? Ahmad Meza. Oh, he gives it away. It's gone in from long distance. Chamberlain again. Just take a bow, lad, honestly. Are we going to see the corner? If we do, can we counter from it again? Into the front post. Richards away. Pitta's off on his marks. He's off again. There's 4 on 3. The keeper had gone up. Shea Pitta, shoot. Oh, he can't beat his man. It's blocked for a corner. Should have been 4-2. You've got to question the game logic here. Shakhtar away from home, 3-2 down in the first leg. And they've sent their goalkeeper up for a corner. I mean, I'm pretty sure they could come back from 1 goal down at home. I've dropped to cautious because it doesn't really matter what we do. But with the goalkeeper coming up, it gives us a chance to break. We've held on for, individually, probably the best result of the save so far. A 3-2 win at home to a big European side. Arda Turan is the Shakhtar manager. I didn't realise that. My God, some crazy scorelines in Europe. But this is a huge moment in the save. Even if we go out, get beat heavily in a second leg, we have won the home tie. We've added to the coefficient. And when we look at that in the end of season review, it's going to make very good reading for us and potentially Welsh football too. Back in a moment for the second leg. Let's get through that Connors Key game with a fully rotated 11. I'll sacrifice 3 points if it gives us a chance in this one. Just to remind you here, looking at the stats, Shakhtar 5 clear-cut chances to 1. We could have been hammered on another day and probably will next week. But let's enjoy this night for what it was. A miracle. Well, we return for the second leg a week later, and things again have gone as well as they possibly could be. Despite rotating almost fully at the weekend, we did pick up a 2-0 win against Connors Key, kept our 8-point lead at the top. Shea Pitt up with a first half goal, Kevin Patterson with a late penalty, and to be fair, that Pitter goal was another counter from a corner that we were defending. So, seems like we found a way forward on that front. For this game, look, it's going to be trickier. We're not going to necessarily get through. But what a position we're in. We've gone, I think, back to the exact same 11 that played last Thursday. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's the same team. Luka Vidic not quite fit for the bench, but maybe after this weekend we'll be back for the remainder of the season. And overall, it's all very good. We cannot take many negatives at the minute. Even if we lose this one, we've added to the coefficient and the prize pot. So let's just go to the second leg away from home. And if we can produce the draw that we did, even if it's as tense in that last league phase game, we will be through to the last 16, which would just be ridiculous. In our first European campaign, can the dream run continue? Let's go and find out the answer together. Now, a reminder, last time out, we were down 5 clear-cut chances to 1 despite the score. As we go into this second leg, I'm playing for time, I'm nervous, but there's no pressure. Why should I be nervous? We're expected to go out and get beaten. Anything else is a miracle. We've already done more in this tie than I thought we were going to. As we're in the snow again, we're into the first half. A fabulous arena full of fans. Now, how many minutes can we survive? We're not going to drop to cautious. I know you're going to shout at me in the comments if I do. We're going to stay balanced. We're going to try and have a little bit of an attacking threat and see what the score stays or how long it stays at 0-0. If we lose by 1 goal, we still go to extra time. As it's a corner kick early doors for the hosts. Hamdane with a chance to get the cross in. It was a threat in the first leg. And this time, it's blocked off the line. Brilliant from Seamus Mason. Out to the edge. Rebounds in. Good save, Harrison Chamberlain. We're going to face a lot of these moments tonight. We said they had 5 clear-cut chances in the other game. How many are they going to produce here? We've got to try and carry a counter in threat. But at the moment, it's all Shakhtar Donetsk. They are trying to get back into this tie. As Mitrovic gets the ball back. Don't concede one before half-time. That would be the only killer blow here if they got back level in the tie before the break. As Bondar works it forward. All the way back to his keeper in the end, though. Playing with the orange ball here. I'm not sure there's quite enough snow to justify that. Enrico over the top. Must be offside. Yaroshenko. It's a brilliant save by Chamberlain anyway. He's got the Under Armour on. We'll forgive him for that. As it's tipped onto the post before the flag goes up. And with 5 to half-time... I know this is not a great watch, and I shouldn't be particularly proud of the way we're playing here. But in the circumstances, I'm sure you can forgive me this time. No shots, none on target, but no clear-cut chances for Shakhtar. And in the other game, they had 5 of them. We're still ahead on aggregate with 45 to go. You've done beautifully so far. Now see this through to the end. It's exactly what I'm thinking. Can you see it through? He's out for the throw, the classic centre kick kickoff this time. And out for a throw to us on the left-hand side. The longer this maintains itself, the better. As it's back to Marlon in defence. Shakhtar, you would imagine, will ramp up the pressure in this half, go more aggressive. We'll either get the chance to counter them, or we'll get done by 2 or 3 quick goals. We saw it a couple of years ago, didn't we, against Osijek? We saw it this year in qualifying as Romdane to the byline. Cuts back on his right foot. It's good football. In he goes. It's off the post again. It's off the line. It's scrambling everywhere. Is it our lucky day? Because some of the chances that have hit the woodwork, honestly. How have they bobbled across the line and not gone in? Bondar with a throw-in. Cleared away by Jones. Patterson can try and break, but he's not high enough. Every player in their own defensive third. And they've got plenty of time to carry it forward. The centre-halves are 30 yards out. Out to Mitrovic, left side of the box. Short ball to Romdane. This time Zahora. Kriskiv out to the right-hand side. They're by the byline. Cut back to the edge. Enrique shot the flex. And Chamberlain saved it again. The man is a machine. What a remarkable player. You can see in that 5 minutes of the second half, the Shakhtar stats are ramping up. Nearly 80% of the ball, but we've had a shot. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to open up. There will be counter-attacking chances. We've just got to stand firm. Mitrovic on the left is easier said than done. Plays a 1-2 with Enrique. They're not in a rush still. They're keeping possession. Do we get the chance to nick it just once? And we score a goal on the break. It makes it a very different tie. Though that's great football. Yaroshenko. Denham's fouled him. Might be a red. Very lucky Ajala was next to him. Yellow card given. He's just too good up there, isn't he? There's an hour gone. We are still ahead in this tie. At what point do I take Meza off and bring on a holding midfielder? That's my next question. When do we take away the attacking threat? As Mainwaring's got the ball on the right to Dixon. If we score here, probably now. Headed away, but now they can break. Look how many they've got in support. We've got plenty back, which is a good thing. That 3 normally stays in a defensive line. One of the fullbacks and the 2 centre-halves. As Romdane to the edge, plays a 1-2. Good football in there. Yaroshenko, too good, but he's forced wide. Back to Mitrovic. Brilliant save. Harrison Chamberlain again. The one-man show. How many times is it all about him? What an effort, honestly. And now what do we do with 20 remaining? Mainwaring's tired. Meza's struggling. Mason's done. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go straight swap on the right. Pitta for Mainwaring. Straight swap on the left. Mason for Biancheri. And I'm going to gamble. I'm going to take off Meza for Sean Richards. Drop him in as an extra centre mid there. See what we can do in and out of possession. I'm just going to try and be a little bit more solid in the middle because that's where they're playing through us. We'll go for a channel midfielder making the runs. I think we're going to leave it there. Defensively, I don't want to make too many changes. I know Denham's on a yellow, but that's a big risk at this point of the game. So let's just leave it with those 3 changes. It's a slightly more defensive move, I accept. But we're 15 minutes away. And even if we do concede, I'd rather that than just drop to putting 11 behind the ball and time wasting constantly. As Zahora gets into the box. Brilliant challenge from Jones. Cleared towards Patterson, but he doesn't make it. Richards just beaten to the second ball. Pitter's nicked it though. Patterson's through the middle. This is the counter chance we've waited for. 75 minutes. Patterson in. It's a brilliant save. Oh, that is the game plan in a nutshell. And it almost paid off to a T. What a blistering counter. And what a save by the keeper. Williamson's got the corner kick. Up towards the back post. Still a chance. Richards heads over. He does add that bit of height to the team too. I'm not going to make any other changes yet. The centre forward is struggling. He's had no service in this game, as you would expect. I don't even really know what the options are up there. We've got Reggie Connor who could play up front. But he's not a natural at it. And then it's only defensive-minded players. As Williamson has got the ball in holding midfield. Big switch from Biancheri to Pitta. You can see they've gone more attacking. There are spaces now. Pitta with fresh legs on the right. Back to Dixon. Good ball in is cleared away. Long downfield. Ajala wins it. Richards gets the ball to Biancheri. Whisper it quietly, but we're creating more now. Richards shoots just wide. This tactical change has worked, you know. We might still go out, but it's definitely given us more of a bite on the counter. Patterson's offering nothing up top, but we've discussed it. We've got no subs. Williamson's knackered, but Brennan's probably not good enough here, and Dixon's done as well. But Vidic is not on the bench, which means he's got to survive. Jake Turner will get another run out on Sunday against all of the odds. Biancheri loses the header. Rhyl over the top. This could be heartbreak. Mitrovic on the left. What an effort it's been. But unfortunately, it's been pegged back in the 85th minute, just after we've missed our best chance of the match. And unfortunately, if this goes to extra time, it will only benefit one team. And unfortunately for us, both of those centre midfielders are done, aren't they? I know they're not as good, but let's get the fitness prioritised. We're going to go for fresh legs over the rest of it. We're going to bring on Brennan and Hollett. 4 minutes added on. There's 20 seconds of it to go. I mean, they've dominated over the 2 legs. They should have won the first leg. 5 clear-cut chances to 1, and we somehow win the game. And this leg, we've hung on in there, but that's literally all we've done. And if they nick it late on here, probably benefits us domestically, not having the extra 30 minutes. as it's over the top, down the right-hand side, not quite kept in, and we do go to extra time. That is a ridiculously good effort. So impressive. Well done, lads. Keep going. What I am going to do, not Patterson for Connor. I'm going to have to do it at right back, but I'll bring on Rowlands instead of Turner. Dixon is off. He's just done. Let's get into extra time. See how we go. Patterson from the kickoff. It's going to be a long video, but my God, has this been worth it? What an effort as we give the ball away. Now, please don't concede right at the start of extra time. Yaroshenko's in. Just wide of the post. Finally, Chamberlain doesn't save one and it misses the target. Well, we've reached half-time in extra time. We're still going strong. Not sure which one of those managers was supposed to look like Arda Turan, but it wasn't either of them. Let me tell you that. The only benefit if we get there is not bringing Turner on. At least we're not going to see the Panenka from him. I'm sure someone else will do it, but if he'd done it 3 times, I would have been in big trouble. The dugout's telling us to waste much more time. I think I'm going to accept their demands there, because I think penalties is our best chance, although we've got a throw on the left, a pretty advanced position here. Imagine the scenes as Alfie Jones with the throw on the left, taking as long as he can get away with. Risky on a yellow card, finds Brennan, inside to Richards, beats his man, goes for the shot just over. Oh, it was a lovely effort. I do like him in that role. His rating's not the best, but he's produced some moments. There's 3 minutes plus stoppage time. I think we're going to get to penalties, you know. 1 minute added on. We've got a throw on the left. Biancheri's just picked up a knock, which is a problem for the weekend. As long as he is fit enough to take a penalty kick, I don't mind, because he's one of the best we've got. I know he missed his last one, but prior to that, his record's pretty excellent. Appears to be sprained knee ligaments. He ain't going to play at the weekend, is he? Alfie Jones on the left, throws down the line. It's penalty kicks. Let's get the takers sorted. What an effort to get to this stage. Even if we lose now, I'm going to be pretty proud. Well, I don't want to suggest this is problematic, but Harrison Chamberlain, the goalkeeper, is statistically our 4th best penalty taker. We've got 5 players rated was 1 player rated as 2, and the goalkeeper is one of 2 rated as 3. Our best 3 takers, 7, 5 and 6 with decent finishing. Let's go and get into it. We're underdogs. It suits us. There is no pressure at all. We'll just say to Chamberlain, I've got faith in you. We've got a couple inspired. Into the kicks we go. Our only good penalty taker or average one is injured, but it doesn't matter. Biancheri into the top corner. 1-0 Rhyl. Gruel, the experienced man, steps up. The substitute for Shaktar. Chamberlain goes the wrong way. 1-1. Here he comes. Patterson is not a great penalty taker. Scored an unconvincing one in the league last week. And unfortunately, doesn't take this one. Didn't quite have enough power on it. In fairness, it was in the corner, but it was the right height. It was a pretty slow one. Bondarenko steps up for Shaktar. Chamberlain, we need you more than ever. Goes the right way. Doesn't quite keep it out. That extra bit of power. Just got that one in the back of the net. Shakhtar have got the advantage. 2-1 after 2 penalties each. We're on to our centre-half, Oliver Denham, who is rated 6 out of 20 for penalties, is the last half-decent one left, and he's tried the Panenka. Does every defender in our team have to try the Panenka? We're going out of the Conference League. It's a shame to go out with a whimper like this in a shootout, but so often you see it with the underdogs. What a ridiculous performance, though. Let's see if Harrison Chamberlain can do anything to keep us in it. If this one goes in, it's all but over. To have 4 penalties in a row go your way, virtually impossible. Shakhtar need 1 more. We have to be flawless. Well, here comes Sean Richards, the sub. It doesn't really matter, but can he at least keep us in it for a bit longer? He can. Good penalty from him. He's made an impact off the bench, in fairness. Now let's see if Chamberlain can save 2 in a row. Is the only hope we've got. Well, yesterday's cover star Mitrovic is the match winner potentially for Shakhtar, and that is how you take a pressure penalty. Shakhtar Donetsk get through in the end, but over 3 matches against them, we drew in a league phase to get through, beat them at home or at Wrexham's ground, and then only lost on penalties after a 1-0 defeat in the second leg. Over the tie, they had 7 clear-cut chances to our 2, but we showed staying power. Harrison Chamberlain was magnificent. But on penalties, we fall short again. It's the one thing we've not got in this save is penalty takers. Otherwise, what an effort that was. And you know what? I thoroughly enjoyed that tie. We competed with a European giant. Well, the other benefits that come with a playoff round, another 170 grand in, plenty of money from the home leg in terms of attendances and performance ticket sales. That's what I'm looking for. Biancheri is out for 3 to 5 weeks, which may cost us a little in a title race, but hopefully 8 points is enough. The plan is we are going to come back next time now for a cup doubleheader, no more Europe in between it. So the next episode, League Cup final, as we look to back up our first win in that competition last year. Pennybont have beaten us in that final before. We'll then face Cardiff Met Uni in the Welsh Cup semi-final, and then we'll show the games after the league split in a JD Prem, as hopefully we can get over the line and win back-to-back titles in that one. Aside from Kai Owen leaving and being pulled back by Shrewsbury, I haven't really got any negatives at the moment. If you enjoyed this one, a thrilling European tie, on course for a second successive title, and so many good players into the club, then please do put a thumbs up on it. What did you think of our European run? Can we match it again next year? And can TNS join us with group stage football? If you want to stay up to date and find out the answer and see whether we can make it a domestic treble for the first ever time, then please do subscribe and turn that notification bell on. This series will continue every weekday at 4:30. Also keep your eyes peeled this weekend for the much requested second episode of our Football Academy Manager series. And we'll also be back with a Burton save on Sunday for our season academy review. For now though, thank you very much for watching. All the links, the Twitch channel and everything else in the eye above. And I'll see you again tomorrow as we return to domestic action. But no smaller events is another big cup final.